All right, we back at it again. Another episode of Trap TV with your boy Trap. I got my boy Trey Stay Lit over here with me, man. How
You
you
feel
feeling,
me?
brother?
Man, I can't complain. Well, I can't complain. Shit, nigga ain't gonna complain though.
All
He don't
right,
do nothing for you, man.
not a damn thing. So, man, if you don't mind, bro, introduce yourself to the people out here that don't know you.
Man, I'm Trey. Shit, on the gram, I'm all the smoke. I'm a cool ass nigga. I don't be tripping. Like, a lot of people take shit too serious, too personal. I just be chilling.
That ain't you for real, huh?
Yeah, nah.
I feel it. So, going into you as a man, you got a couple different titles that I know of. Introduce to the people what it is you like to do in your spare time if you ain't on the ground smiling.
Man.
Cause I see you on there cheesing, bro, looking good on that motherfucker.
Dog, I really it's not really too much I can't do. Like I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, but my favorite is to build. I like to build. I like to design.
Mhm.
That's really like my like favorite. That can take up a lot of my time. So that's why I had to pull myself a little bit out of it because I was too focused on that I was missing other money and stuff like that. Or like when that assignment over, I don't have no income coming in and shit like that. So
Right,
I I kind of stepped away from building a little bit just
right,
so I can focus on multiple things because I was too dedicated to that.
right. And how long was you building?
I ain't gonna lie, I bought my first crib when I was 19 years old, and shit, I ain't had to choose to have motherfuckers fix it up. So I had to learn
Right.
then, and from there, I just learned how to perfect it, and like I figured out like ways to work easier and not harder and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
that since I was
Since you
19,
was 19 for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And you still do build, you just not as heavy
yeah.
on it right now.
Yeah, not as heavy on it. I still do big or build or I subcontract. Like
Okay.
I have somebody build for me, but I go price it and stuff and still
Oversee it.
make my cut off of the project manager type of job.
I like that.
Yeah.
I had seen a lot of project managers in my field of work, bro. I was I started off in construction, the flag guy.
Uh huh.
Like I just used to hold the stop and slow sign on the job site. Then I went from being flag man to cleanup guy,
Yeah.
doing all of the cleanup, all trash, debris from all of the trades, not just one either, just the guys on pick this up, put it down. I was that guy. I was a laborer.
Yes.
Then I went and did union laboring. So that was
Is that how you learn?
no, not
Okay,
actually.
cool. I'm about to say because I know you do. I know you do.
Facts, I'm
Do you
hands on.
build too?
But
Yeah.
how I ended up doing that, bro, I was on the job site and a man named John Parent, he walked up to me, he was like, "Hey man, you want to make some changes and better your life, or do you want to stay where you at right now?" And I'm like,
Nigga, I want to change my life,
of
bro.
course I want to do better. Like, what type of question
Yeah.
is that? Like, yeah, show me the way. He like,
Uh huh.
okay, well, I'm gonna give you this number to call. I got some paperwork I want you to fill out, and then from there we'll go on. And I was like, he probably this is the beginning of the
Yeah.
day. So I'm like, he probably bullshitting. He had seen me again at 10 o'clock and he was like, how you get to work? And at the time, I was getting a ride from another contractor. Like
Yeah.
I was, of course, an
Yeah. Making
independent
it happen.
contractor, but I was up under somebody else. He had his own thing going and he used to give me a ride to work, but I worked with him. He had told me, kind of watch out for these guys. They be having little funny little jokes and pranks that they do. So be aware of it. It was me getting into the field, like my first go around. You know how it is on them job sites.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he had asked me if the guy that I was riding to work with every day would be okay with bringing me to work if I didn't work with him. Because we was
Mm.
all working at the same job site. So from me working as the trash guy, I went to my foreman and I asked him, was he cool with,
I'm
bringing
doing
me
that.
back and forth to work if I was able to replace myself? If I was able to put a body in place for me to do what I'm doing for you, would you be okay with me still riding to work with you every day so I could work for them? until I save up some money, get my license together, and able to drive myself back and forth. He was like, of course. And I wasn't expecting him to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So from there on, that day came, made the call, filled out the paperwork. The next day, I was working as a mason tender. And that started my apprenticeship
Yeah.
as a bricklayer.
That's
And
right.
then I had started bricklaying. Then after I mastered bricklaying, I had went into roofing. After mastering roofing, I had started a carpentry apprenticeship. And then after doing the book work with the carpentry apprenticeship, I had kind of started catching other different,
Yeah.
opportunities and stuff. And then I really started working for myself. I never finished, actually completed my carpentry apprenticeship, but the knowledge I do have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So I do still got to go and get my certifications like a builder's license. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'd be able to get permits and different paperwork signed throughout cities and stuff for my business.
Yeah.
But as far as the knowledge and the know-how, I definitely got it. And then I had started that around the same time you did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was about 19, when I had started getting my hands real dirty and actually building. I
Yeah.
wasn't picking up trash, you know. But this ain't about me, bro. You funny though. But
No.
you know what you doing, man. So
Nah, man, watch out. Hey,
anyways, bro,
bro. I'm listening.
other than other than
We
the
do off the camera, nigga. We had these conversations all the
come on,
time,
bro.
man.
But this ain't about me right now. This for the record, brother.
Yeah,
This ain't
okay.
off the record.
All right,
But
let's get it.
on the real note though, other than building and investing, what's some other things that you like to do? You know what I'm saying? As far as getting money, we'll get into the personal in a second.
Uh, shit. I honestly, shit. Something specifically I do. I got a rental car company. You know that. You know what I'm saying. So that's
This for the people who don't know.
yeah. So that's. I ain't gonna lie. It comes with more than your average person to think. Like so many people driving your shit. They bringing your shit back, bend it up, or niggas trying to steal your shit. Like nigga, you taking somebody deposit, they gotta put in a gun to you. Yeah, that shit get deep. Like so, like I could have been folded, but I worked too hard for this shit,
Right.
and I'm really considering. Like I'm trying to find me another source of income that can replace that.
What kind of
That
stuff you like to do though? I mean, in general, now, not
I like to
cars
I like
business.
to shit. I like to network. Shit, I like to help people. I like to change people's lives.
That
You know what I'm saying? Some people think it can't happen. I'll show you that it can.
right. Which how do you plan on finding that next source of income is what I really meant to ask. Like not instead of what do you like doing, how do you go about finding your sources of income in general? Like where your ideas come from for you to start business.
It's like I ain't gonna lie, like exposure is everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like it's a lot of shit that I want to do anyway. But like I never thought I'd be doing the rental car shit because I'm a cool person, but like I ain't about to kick it with like everybody and shit like that.
For sure.
So I just try the shit I even already planned, or like how I'm planning on replacing it this time. I'm coming out with an idea in June.
Mm-hmm.
The smoke
Do you feel
detector.
like sharing? Do you feel comfortable sharing,
Yeah,
or you
yeah,
want to keep to yourself?
I share it with them.
Okay.
Shit, basically, I created a smoke detector, not your physical smoke detector.
Mm-hmm.
It's a smoke detector, and it's a little bigger than a dime, and it come in like other decals and stuff like that. Also,
Wow.
basically, I put two chemicals together,
Mm-hmm.
so when nicotine come around it or tobacco
Mm-hmm.
is smoked around it, it absorbs it. So
Hmm.
I could use it with just one chemical, but only way you'll be able to tell if it's been smoked around is by weighing it, because it just gets
Wow.
heavier.
That's sweet.
But adding that second chemical is gonna give it that color change.
Mm.
So I'm gonna be in pretty much like 80% of the non-smoking environments by
Yeah.
the end of this year.
That's
And
fire.
I received a few offers for it,
Oh, to buy you all the way out.
yeah, but
Shark Tank type shit.
yeah, type shit. But I just want to create. I'm gonna create hella jobs, and it's going towards that grant. I'm that big old grant I'm working on. I can't. I say skip it. I ain't gonna use their money. I'm using my own money and fund my own stuff, and still put it in a nonprofit so I can write it off. So it's like it don't matter, you know. They can't stop you.
Bro, your mind is so wide range. Like you very diverse in a lot of different fields.
Yeah.
How did you get to this point? Like what caused you to absorb information the way that you do? Where did your thirst for knowledge come from?
Exposure is everything again. Shit. When motherfuckers couldn't answer my questions, when I didn't come into the environment, I didn't grow up in the environment and the stuff I do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just always wanted different. So I see my daughter, she do the same shit. She'll research some shit quick as hell.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, bro, she really get that from her daddy. Like, no
Facts.
cat, she get that from her daddy. I handle my situations better. I can handle stuff better when I got more knowledge about it. I ain't gonna speak on nothing I don't got no knowledge about, but that's a lot. I got a lot of knowledge.
Facts.
So, shit, I just got better answers.
I like that. Just going into places and not getting the knowledge from the other people, it made you want to go figure it out yourself.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
I got people, and I don't care about being the biggest, but I know I'm gonna be big. Like people right now, like I go into a room, people just wonder who I am. Like, do you do music?
Yeah.
Do you
What do you do?
Nigga, what do you do? So that's why I say like how I dress and shit like that. Even though some people might like it, some people don't. But I get a lot of attraction, and that's a promotion. You know what I'm saying? I do rental cars. I do
Facts.
this. I do that. I build your business. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? So a lot of my clients aren't my personal friends or people that I know already. A lot of my
For sure.
clients are people that I just met in public and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, the
Definitely.
relationships is strong. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even know this person, but you got the people that's really in your circle and stuff that don't got that. They don't got that faith in you. You know what I'm
Facts.
saythat? So
Facts. How you
I
deal
was
with that?
shit. I ain't gonna
Sorry to
lie.
cut you off.
Nigga been used to it. You feel me? So shit, that's just a problem that never went away. I just learned how to deal with it differently. For real.
What's your reaction to people not believing in you that you thought would? When you
That's a deep
notice it,
question. That's a deep question because I thought I wasn't expecting. Say it one more time for me.
what's your reaction to people not believing in you that you thought would?
I kind of feel like it's a little bit of envy there. Like I feel like they know it too though.
Yeah.
But man, people pride in a way. There's so many people I done helped that didn't pass me up. People that y'all know, trust me. But I don't care about saying I helped because they still had to put in that work at the end of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I did give them that resource or that reach, but they still had to put their own work in. So I don't never take nobody credit for coming up off of something I helped them with. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they still had to put it in that work.
For sure. I see. If you don't mind, give me a little bit of background on you, bro, when you was growing up. You coming up as a child, your daily life as growing up, where you from? You know, just a quick rundown on information you don't mind sharing about how you got to where you are today.
First, I can tell you how I got to where I am today because I never gave up. Secondly, I grew up when I was younger in a 2-parent household. So that's what I was accustomed to. Mom, she not saying she didn't give a fuck about school. She was less strict on us about school and stuff. But mama knew more about the streets than dad knew about the streets.
Okay.
And dad was like more school and the way, no offense to everybody, white America, you know what I'm saying? Even though he like shop with black people and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
he's just like programmed to how the world is. He's a great guy, but I feel like everybody got to be open to learn. And not saying he not, but it's just how he do things versus how my mama do things. It's just like balanced me out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right. That's deep. You said growing up in a 2-family household, so you did have dad around.
Yeah, until I was 8 years old. He went to Iraq.
Wow.
And I was sad about it because, tell you the truth, like, he my sibling dad, but he been around since I was a little baby.
Right.
And I just felt like our relationship wouldn't be as strong if he wasn't in a relationship with my mama.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm writing a book on that too. It's gonna be a 30-chapter memoir, and it's gonna, instead of titles, I'm gonna do timelines, and I'm gonna talk about all my trauma points, even after my shooting. Like, I still had major trauma points, and a lot of people think it was easy, or shit, I struggle less, or I don't know, but that don't be the case at all. It don't be the case. It's just like people got their own. For the people that are watching, they got their own shit going on.
Facts.
So you handling your own shit, trying to watch me, is gonna, of course, it's gonna seem like it happened faster than it happened, because you got your own shit going on.
I agree. And from the outside looking in, it is easy to think people come out of nowhere or it happened fast because we don't broadcast our failures.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm only celebrating and celebrating loudly,
that's what everybody's seeing.
that's the only thing you see. You know, very seldom do people walk you through their challenges and adversities.
Right. Mostly never. But that's, I be
100%.
authentic with people and shit. Like,
Yeah.
even with this rental car shit, like, I can make it seem, yeah, I'm making hella money. Like, my most is that, man, I got heck of cars.
Right.
But, and it make me good money. But shit, I got 4 vehicles down right now.
Wow.
4
That's
vehicles,
costly.
that's $4,000 a week down there. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
not being made.
That's not being made. Like, you know, so I'm taking the money that's being made and putting into the cars that's sitting right now. So, like for instance, I got a couple cribs and stuff like that when I was young as hell. Everybody like, oh, you got all this, you got that. Like, why can't you do this? Why can't you do that? Motherfucker, because I got property taxes. I got to renovate these cribs. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, for real, there's a lot of stuff going on. People wasn't understanding it, though. They don't get understanding. That's why I don't like even having conversations with some people unless they trying to learn. You can't tell me about my field you never did. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That's one thing I do have. Like, I get upset about, and that's something I'm working on so hard. Like, I'm adamantly working on that, bro, because a lot of people always have ideas and, you know, little things that they want to give me, like little pointers and stuff. You should do this. You should do this. You should do this. Like, brother, I'm doing this my way for a reason. I'm doing what I want to do.
That shit was working. Is it work? It's working for me.
Exactly.
Everything works.
And if you wanted to do it that way, if you think it's good to do it, you do it. Yeah. I'm doing it my way. I'm doing it the way that works for me and what I want to do and how I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, as long as it's still going, I feel like you shouldn't be even telling me what you think I should be doing. Like, I get upset when people tell me what they think I should be doing, because not only am I a man, but like you said, there's not a lot of people in my line of work. There's not a lot of people doing what I'm doing. It's not a lot of people that I can call and ask for advice, because they're not doing anything that I'm doing. Their circumstance is not the same. They not in the same situation.
I had that whole issue growing up. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm still underestimated though. But people would think you crazy until you make it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I just like give them their time, but just have that same energy when that time comes. For real, have that same energy.
Where did you grow up at? Like, you know how people ask you where you from, what hood you from. Where did you grow up?
Joy Road, Tireman and Mansfield. But my grandma stayed in Brightmo. So I stayed at both houses damn near evenly. You know, my grandma
100%.
watched us while my mom went to work. So those, you know, But shit, I know people everywhere. My cousins and shit,
Mm-hmm.
around shit, just like people. And then
Facts.
I lived on Finkel for 6, 7 years. So like it's just like people fuck with me everywhere.
What schools you went to?
I went to Hubert Elementary, um, Valor Academy, that shit over there on Joy Road. Uh, Adams Middle School in Westland. It was
Mm-hmm.
upper elementary at that time.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Franklin. I went to a lot of schools. I got a GED. I ain't
You
even
went to Franklin?
graduate. Yeah, I went to Franklin. Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went to Franklin. Shit, I went to Wayne. And
Oh yeah,
then my
Wayne is a
10th grade year, I got kicked out of Wayne. Then I went to DSA, Detroit School of Art.
talk about getting kicked out if you don't mind.
Man, it's just, it was a bunch of bullshit going on. Like, motherfuckers felt like I was a threat. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, my teachers,
Mm.
my teachers, I'm like, it's just like, cause I break it down to them, like, everybody thought I was just like being rebellious and shit like that, but I felt like shit. I don't care if you're 50 and I'm 10 years old.
Uh-huh.
I'm still human, just like you, and we all deserve a certain level of respect. You don't want me to talk to you crazy? Don't talk to me crazy. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And they just never really understood that. And then my mom ended up moving and stuff like that. And they like, oh, your address is not in the school zone no
Oh
more.
no,
So
they
they
didn't.
hit me with that. Man, every school down there wanted to kick me out. DSA wanted to kick me out, but they didn't though. I just left. Oh, and went to Covenant House.
Mm.
But it was just too much going on up there. So I just got my GED, even though I don't use none of that shit. Like I'm not lying to you. I feel like after like 8th grade,
Yeah.
shit, like only people that need to be in school is doctors, nurses, social workers, like in those type of fields. Like if you going to school for business management, you wasting your time.
Mm.
It's enough business stuff you can learn outside of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't come out in debt. Bro, the reason why I didn't even go to college, because people wake up and change their mind every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I go to school for 4 years or 8 if I want to be mastered in something, and I don't even want to do that no more.
I
Like
feel that I see everybody that I know that went to college, they doing something outside of what they went, even if they graduated.
my sister went to school twice, one for sports medicine and for esthetician school.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she do facials and stuff here and there and stuff like that, but her main income is neither one of those.
Wow.
You know, so I feel like school is like a scam. They limit you. They teach you what they want you to know.
Mm-hmm.
And I got unlimited knowledge right here in the palm of my hand, in my Palm Pilot. Fuck is you talking
Yeah.
about? For real.
Fact. How do you handle failure and rejection, bro?
I just look at it like it already happened.
Mm.
It already happened. We're
That's a
gonna
new
either
answer.
try it again
Mm-hmm.
or we're gonna let that shit go. That's why, like, I feel like even like in relationships when people cheat and shit like that, like if you forget that person, you shouldn't be mad at them about the same shit still. You should let it go because it already happened. Real shit.
I get that. We're gonna get into relationships too, because that's something I want to talk to you about. But before we do all of that, I kind of want to get the background out. Then I want to dive into like the hustle and the grind,
Uh-huh. Let's
and
do
then
that.
we'll go personal. That's cool. So you
Let's
got
do
out where
that.
you went to school at and stuff. So after high school, what was it like finding yourself as an adult?
Shit, I know I couldn't afford no 11, $1,200 rent. You feel me?
Yeah,
So I bought a house for $2,700,
cook.
and coming up with that cheese was hard as hell. I'm not lying to you. I asked my parents. I was asking everybody. But it's like a lot of people were used to me being me. Like I was always outspoken and stuff like that. So the truth hurts. So like, what people wouldn't want to be around me and shit like that. Like whether it's a family and shit like that. I'm neurodivergent, so like a lot of stuff I can say would be just like straightforward and stuff like that. So a lot of people would choose not to hear it than to hear it. So I just, it was tough. It was tough coming up. Like nobody helped me. Nobody came to save me. I had to save myself,
For sure.
flat out. A lot of people be looking for people to save them. Oh, he's somebody supposed to be doing that.
Mm.
Well, you too busy talking about somebody else doing. What should you be doing? You feel me? A lot of people put themselves in predicaments to need somebody. And I had to experience that feeling, and I never experienced it. Even as a little kid, nigga, I'm saying cutting blocks and blocks of grass, sun up to sundown, just to make sure I had some money. I never was a nigga with no money, and I just can't understand the niggas with no money. That like it's so many things to get money out here, and you still ain't got no money yet.
Mm.
Like I don't care if the shit not adding up, it's not adding up. Girl mad, oh, this nigga done told me he got this and that, and nigga ain't
Mm.
got shit.
Mm.
And you believe that shit. My grandma say believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see, because they both can deceive you. Something can look like what it is that it's not, and don't even listen to nobody say.
For
No,
real.
oh God, like for real.
I'm definitely a show me type of guy.
I swear to God, like bro, that shit not adding up. It's not adding up.
For sure. And you gotta have your ducks in a row before you bring it to me, because I'm definitely investigating. I ain't believing
People
it
just be like,
just off.
okay, dumbass.
No, not at
Nah,
all.
like come on now.
I need a foolproof plan. It gotta make sense all the way,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And coming up out of high school, I definitely bumped my head a lot, growing into being the man that I am today. What were some of the hardest challenges and obstacles that you faced?
Uh, I say like the very first one was my dad leaving. You know what I'm saying? That shit like it fucked me up a little bit. It's just like they did. My parents did so much. They did things differently,
Mm-hmm.
and I say like one of the second ones was like losing my sister. And like one of the third ones is getting shot. Honestly, that put me in a position to actually need somebody and having to depend on somebody. And when you, like I said, come from an environment that you're not used to, how you change and not adapted to the environment, people forget that no matter how many environments you in or what environment you in currently, you always take a little piece of that old environment with you, and you got to have that discipline not to let that come out of you. You know what I'm saying? So I needed money. I couldn't even buy myself a McChicken,
Mm.
and this all just last year, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just last year. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like I couldn't ask nobody for no money because they ain't had no money.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that was tough, and it's not just about the money. It was about the physical help too. Like my little brother, I could never repay him and shit like that. Like I was just broken down at a different capacity, but I feel like I needed to be broke down to that capacity to understand life how it is today and understand how ungrateful people being and stuff like that. People
For
are
sure.
not very grateful.
That's deep.
No
That's
faking.
real deep. Not to touch on the open wound, but how was it not getting over? Because I know it's something you would never be able to get over. But how do you deal with the loss of your sister? What's some ways that you would want to share with the people to help them if they going through a loss of a family member or a loved one? If you could give some advice.
I just put myself in their thoughts, how I think they'd be thinking.
Mm.
And I know she like was real strict on a lot of things and wanted us to be successful at the end of the day. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm real proud of all my mama kids, including myself, because we all got something going. My little brother is chef. Jazzy got her business going. Jerry is just like me. He get into it, whether it's cutting grass, making t-shirts,
Right.
whatever it is, selling lemonade.
Right.
He don't give a fuck. If it include money, he gonna get to it and stuff like that. He remind me of myself so much. So basically, just doing I think she would want us to do, or feel how I think she want us to feel. She wouldn't want us to
Yeah.
be sad and stuff like that. She had a very hype spirit. You know what I'm saying? She was just like, y'all better make sure y'all don't be disrespectful and stuff like that. So that's where a lot of my respect come from. People like, you so respectful. Like
Mm,
that's just the way you never know who you're talking to.
for
So
sure. That's big.
I handle myself accordingly all the time. I don't everybody, oh, you friendly. Oh, far from friendly, but I just
Yeah.
know how to conduct myself. I know how to use the energy I'm supposed to use at the time I'm supposed to use it. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
You big on energy. I hear you say that a lot. Like you refer to
Oh,
that a lot.
I'm definitely big on energy.
If you
You
mind
definitely gotta
elaborating on that, just touch on it and
one way.
your
What I
mindset
feel,
on it.
I feel like you gotta know yourself. You gotta know your energy. You gotta know how you like to feel. A lot of people are out here expressing other people's energies because they don't even know themselves. So that's
Mm,
what's hard in a relationship. One, you got everybody out here trying to prove they've been through more than others. You know
100%.
what I'm saying? A lot of people are trauma bound. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been through something and they've been through something. And, so that's why, like, even now, like, I have a little shorty get mad at me or something like that. Like, even today, like, I just apologize. Like, not being soft because, like, shit, you already mad. Well, I want to be as mad as you. You feel me? So I just, like, I'm not going to change my energy because your energy changed. You know what I'm saying? But you can do that when you know yourself.
Right.
But when you energy is more transferable than people think.
Hmm.
Her just giving me that energy, that's how people. That's I can react the same way easily.
Exactly. I get that.
But I actually, think now, like,
And then that could end up being a big circle of negativity going around the world.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of why, the world is the way that it is. So much energy is transferable. You find you dealing with things that you had no reason to dealing with. Like I don't have why am I catching hell from
Yeah.
your lady
But that's
tripping
that's
out on
that's trauma.
you and
That's
stuff
that's
like
that's that
that?
trauma. People carry their trauma with them. They compartmentalize people.
Mm,
Everyone, even me, even though I try not to, but everybody. But that's how you have your mind too. So I want to say it's bad, but it's good. But like you don't got to protect yourself from everybody. That's why it's important to understand and feel. You feel me? A lot of people trying to be understood instead of understanding. You got to understand first before you can ever be understood.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people feel ways they don't even know how to express.
Exactly.
But it's nothing wrong with that because over time and with more experiences, you'll learn your words for your feelings. But try to learn your words for your feelings instead of being out here. It don't spend some time with yourself.
Yeah.
It don't take shit to spend some time with yourself. I used to think I was too busy until I started not being busy. Like
Ah,
I'm busy, but
right.
I can make time for anything.
Yeah, for sure.
I can make time for
Me
anything.
too.
No faking. I don't care how busy I am. If I
Uh,
need to be at a certain place at a certain time because of a certain relationship or a certain commitment that I have with someone,
hmm.
I'm gonna be there. Like can't
Definitely.
can't no work, can't no none of that. And if your work you interfering with something that's supposed to get you to your purpose, you need
Hmm.
to find another occupation.
For sure.
No faking. A lot of people put their jobs, and I understand. Listen, I'm not even lying to you, bro. When I stopped being concerned about, I'm not even lying to you. Today was a tight day. I'm telling you. Like
Definitely.
I swear to God, I text my mom. I paid off my tickets today. I, so I ain't had no more cash. I'm like, Mom, ooh, can you send me $15? Boop. I got a deposit, a fat ass deposit. I'm like,
When you was looking for.
just looking out. No, I wasn't looking for it, but that'd be the whole point. Like when I'm not looking for it, things work
Yeah.
themselves out. Like such as money. As soon as I stop focusing on money,
Yeah.
it comes. You know what
But
I'm
it was like
saying?
you was focusing so hard on it because you didn't have it, right? Not
Actually,
that you didn't have
listen.
it,
I'm
you
not
was
even lying.
looking
I'm
for it.
not even lying. I'm not even lying.
Hmm.
I'm at the barbershop, nigga, with $8. I only had $8,
You was silly as
and I
hell,
didn't even know.
bro.
I had forgot I stopped and got gas.
Yeah, literally.
I'm
So you
like,
don't
I'm like,
have the
I'm at the
money.
barbershop with $8. I'm like, what? Ooh, fat ass direct deposit hit. I'm like,
Mm.
I just smile. I swear to God, I text my mom like, oh God, I'm not even lying, bro. I swear. Like, I'm like, literally. I text her at 12:31. at 12:36 the director.
Oh, the never mind with the heart.
Yes. Oh God, never mind with the heart. Swear to God, man.
It's all good, mama.
Man, for real. She like, you got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it. Man, that's just how that shit go, man. Like that should be unexpected. Like, but shit, I'm investing a lot into the things so people don't understand down days. But everybody have them.
For sure. How you deal with your down days? What's your reaction to being down when your energy off, when you don't got it? Like when you're not there, when you're not in the place where you at today.
I be shit thinking about how I can handle my next down day. Like,
oh
for
yeah,
real.
So you still figuring that out?
Yeah, I'm saying during my downtime, I just be like, I know that's not the mood I want to be in and shit like that. I know it. So like, I ain't gonna lie, I just remember to where I used to be.
100%. You
And
go back.
Once I remember where I used to be, I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm
grateful.
grateful.
Facts.
I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying?
I can give you that. You are a very grateful person
because you gotta show gratitude.
You was I remember when you was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And when you was going through a lot, you wasn't a pity me person. Like, oh my God, do you see what's happening to me?
Yeah, I ain't want
Trap, do you see this shit? You never went and did that, bro. But you want me to tell you what I will say you was doing?
What?
Bro, you actually lived it. You didn't go blind to it. You didn't go and try and numb yourself with all different types of things to it.
Yeah.
Bro, you just literally lived through it. You was like, bro, this is where I'm at right now. This is what it is. And you literally gave me the look every time I see you. Like, bro, you know I'll be back. You know I'll be back. But they gonna remember this.
They don't know
they gonna remember this.
It's my second life. I died already. You know what I'm saying?
What makes you say that?
When my heart stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Tell the people about that.
Shit.
I mean, I know.
I honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. Like it was so crazy, but it saved my life all at once. Like I feel like everything happened for a reason. So basically, 2 days prior to before my shooting, somebody tried to break in my house. I've been in this house for so long, ain't nobody try to ever come in this, boy. I'm like fucking James Bond. Roll out the bed, grab the top, get to shooting at the niggas. Hit one nigga. Man, police come. All that shit. Police took all my guns for evidence because I had armor piercing rounds or something. They were saying some dumb shit. I was mad as hell, but I'm like, all right,
you had some bullets you weren't supposed to have, allegedly.
Yeah, so
allegedly.
They allegedly, yeah, you feel me? But I ended up getting my shit back. But at this time, I didn't have it. But earlier that day, I got into a car accident.
The day of them breaking in your house?
Yeah, I got into a car accident earlier that day on 96 and Telegraph at the bridge. What? Nigga crashed into the back of my car going about 40 miles an hour.
What?
And I ain't thinking nothing of it because the car got out. Car damage wasn't that bad. The bumper was messed up and stuff like that. But dog, he worked for a company, the dealership close to there. And it was a transportation van.
Wow.
And he get out crying like, I've been working with the company for so long. And,
And
I'm like, bro, I'm like, calm down. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, we good, man. We good. Like, I was just trying to let it go. He's like, well, you can come to the dealership and man. So I got the dealership and shit like that. And that's a story for another day.
I mean, bro, you good. Yeah. We kicking it. This is the story for the day.
So, man, I got the dealership. He like, so how can we fix your car? What can we replace your car with? We can give you a car. I'm like, I want a Corvette C8. At the time,
with the straightest face too.
C8. You know how we gamble. You know how, bro. Yeah. I'm not lowering my bid.
Come on, man.
Like I'm firm and like you ain't about to negotiate or none of that. I want a Corvette C8, the orange one. He like, what? You drive a Ford Focus? That was my very first rental car, the Ford Focus.
Oh shit!
That's what I was in. And he was like, man, he's like, okay, well, let's do the numbers. All right. Well, he's like, I'll give you a call in about 2 days or so. I went to the crib because like I used to have real bad breathing problems. So I'm breathing heavy and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking I'm just having a bad breathing day. Yeah. You know, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm about to take it in. Go lay down. And on my way into the crib, it's 3 cars blocking the street. One blocking this driveway. I own this whole corner, so
Mm-hmm.
everything mine. So car
Yeah.
blocking this driveway, car blocking this driveway, and the car parked in the middle of the street. I noticed there's girls in these 2 cars, and I can't see who in the Cadillac truck because he got his lights on.
Mm.
So I'm pretty intelligent. So I just turned my blinker on and show I'm trying to get into the driveway. No, nobody moved, so I got out the car like, hey, like
Yeah.
yo, Brody instantly he get out the car with his mag. I instantly go to reach for mine, but I ain't got mine. Cause mind you, the police just took my
Oh
shit
my
2
God.
days ago.
You like
You know what
fuck.
I'm saying? But but that whole day I went around asking for a gun because I just felt like something bad was gonna happen. I
Right.
don't know why. Like I just I got a good feeling, but sometimes you can manifest
Strong
stuff too. You know what
intuition.
I'm saying? But I just felt like something wasn't right, but I ain't know at what point it wasn't right. So I was asking around for a gun, like everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, nah. Even like I asked even some niggas that
Yeah.
be hitting shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, oh, let me get one of your shit. Let me buy
Yeah.
one of your good. Nobody. It was not a gun available that day. I wouldn't lie to you. Not a.
Wow.
God is my witness. It just wasn't one available. So he get out the car. He like, you must not know who I am. And I'm thinking like, nigga, you must not know who I am because I own most of this block.
Right.
But
Right.
I ain't say that. I'm like, I don't know who you are. I don't feel well. I'm just trying to go home. And he smacked me with the gun like I thought so, bitch ass nigga. And I
Mm.
ain't gonna lie, like I used to fuck with X like bad as hell East.
Yeah.
Cause I
These
used to I
joints.
used to work so much and that shit used
Facts.
to keep me up and going. I don't
Facts.
care. I signed some big ass contracts off them bitches. So
Right.
people could be judgmental, but I was on that bitch and I think that's what saved my life. I was able to be calm. You feel me? After he smacked me with the gun, I'm like, bro, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like I ain't trying to. You got it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But I think he wanted me to run and like be scared or
He
shit like
wanted
that. But
you to. Yeah.
I was just chilling too hard. So he
Mm-hmm.
went to go get back in his car. I got in my car. He get back out his car and started blowing at my car. Nigga, I slapped that bitch in dry,
Mm-hmm.
crashed right into his ass. He smashed in between my car and his truck. But
Mm.
when I analyzed this nigga earlier, I used to run a program where I identify the type of drugs people are using and stuff like that. And he was off cocaine and alcohol. I knew every vein in his body was popping out because I thought about fighting him for the gun.
Facts.
But he had his
He
grip
was
on
too
his grip
wired.
was on that bitch was tight as hell. Like
Seen his
yes,
veins and
every single
everything in
vein
there.
in his fingers. He even had a vein in his forehead. That nigga was geeking for real.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, I ain't gonna fight this nigga for the gun. So when he started busting the whole point of, I'm a fast thinker. You feel me? That's why I'm like, all right, I crashed his ass because he gonna drop that gun. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a little ass car, nigga. He's shooting down at me. I'm instantly we about everybody in the car about to die. So I crashed into him. I'm with a little chick. I'm like, get out, get out, get out. Because I got cars parked on both. This is when I'm starting a rental car company. I got cars parked on both sides of the street, but I was too close to the car, so my door couldn't open. So I'm telling her to get out.
So
And
you can get out too.
yeah, exactly. So I can get out, And
Yeah.
she like, why would you crash into him? Why I'm in a why bro? She said some dumb shit. I'm like, bitch, like,
This nigga just was
bro,
shooting
nigga,
at
I
you.
reached over, opened her door, nigga, and started pulling myself out. And as soon as I started pulling myself out, he came to my window and just blew my ass down.
Ooh.
Well, he like crawled, or I don't think he
Mm.
ever dropped a gun, but I wasn't trying to watch and see if he dropped a gun. Nigga, I'm crashing to this nigga. I'm about to get the fuck on. Nigga came and just finished popping a nigga up. I ain't even know I was shot though. I ain't know I was shot. I'm hearing the gun sounds, but I didn't know I was shot until I got out the car and tried to walk. This
Mm.
leg was bent all the way up, like touching my ass down there,
God
like it was
damn.
locked up and shit like that because I got hit all of my muscles and shit.
Fuck.
And I got shot 9 times in my left leg, once in my right leg, and twice in my stomach with a 40 caliber weapon. So my
Fuck.
leg was like, so I go to get up, ooh, fall to the ground, get up again, fall to the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I looked at my leg and I'm like, fuck. Ooh, and I started jumping on this leg, but this leg I was shot in this leg too, like
Yeah.
closer to my knee. But I ain't gonna lie, like my shooting hurt. I ain't scream, I ain't squirm, like I ain't do none of that shit. I be seeing niggas doing videos.
Mm.
I ain't gonna lie. I got shot 12 times. I ain't do none of this shit them niggas be doing. I was
Damn.
just chilling. Like, bro, I called my grandma. Like, first I'm like calling my mom. Even at this time, me and my mom was like going through our little situation. So we ain't talking like a year and a half before this.
Wow.
So I like we'll call her, she ain't answering and shit like that. So I call my grandma, she like, stop playing, you always playing. Oh, everybody think I'm playing and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm dead ass serious. Like, you know,
Dog.
shit. And that's the last thing I remember. What fucked me up more than anything though with the situation is when I woke up. I was in a coma for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's the next day.
Fuck.
So that
Who was
was
there when you woke up?
my mom and my dad standing at the glass. I was in ICU standing at the glass window. My mom and my dad was there.
You was happy to see them, bro?
Hell yeah, I started crying. I started crying, not
Tears of
because,
joy?
bro, like, bro, when I was on that flow dying, bro, I ain't think about all the niggas that hate me. I
Yeah.
just thought about all the people that love me and how they would feel if I like
If you
how
don't
would they
make
feel?
it.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I thought about. I could think of my mom. My mom was on my mind, too tough. Before I blacked out, my mom was on my mind,
Mm.
too tough, and I didn't think enough. Had no negativity. It was just I just felt love. I ain't gonna lie. I felt love more than anything at that time. I was overwhelmed with love. Like I just felt all the love that the people gave me, and I just understood they love at a different capacity. A lot of people be used to people showing love, how they used to people showing love, but you gotta love. People show love in so many different kind of ways. It could be making sure you eat the right shit. It can be making sure they call and check on you. It can be even though they irritate you, but that's their way of showing they love you.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
But a lot of
sure.
people are so closed minded, they miss the love. Like, but that's
Man.
one thing I learned. Like, I'm not gonna miss it. That's why I'm so appreciated. I said appreciated, appreciative. I'm so appreciative with how, man. I say this all the time, man. I never let the way somebody love me change the way I love. Never, you know. But I just
Man.
it's a lot of people see the wrong thing, their perception.
Waking up from that coma, bro. First thought that came to your head.
How long? What day is it? What day is it? I couldn't talk because I had tubes in my throat. But like they just was out, and he like, sir, you got to stop trying to talk, or you're gonna ruin your vocal cords forever. That's why people say I sound different. I do sound different though.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just kept asking him what day it was, what day it was, what day it
Yeah.
was. You know what I'm saying? And it's March.
I don't know if you remember. We was listening to some of your music.
Yeah.
It was when I had first got in the crib. You came by. You was doing the rental car. You was actually like in the middle of reopening. Like you was in
Uh-huh.
the process of reopening. And you had a big stain on the ceiling. And we
Yeah.
had cleaned
Yeah.
it with the awesome and the
Yeah.
detail
Yeah.
kit.
Uh-huh.
And you was like, you ever heard some of my music? I was like, no, man, let me hear it. You had ended up singing some of it a cappella, and
Yeah.
then you played music you had previously recorded already. And I had said, I was like, bro, you sound so different, bro. Like you sound different as hell. And you was like, man, really? I'm like, yeah. And it wasn't like an anger towards me,
Yeah.
but I could tell that me saying that you sounded different had took you to a place, like a place of reminiscing on
Yeah. Do being able to do what I used to be able to do. Yeah.
100%. Um, do you do you still do music?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I still do music. Yep, I do. Like I'm actually thinking about actually being an artist.
Yeah, being the artist for real.
Yeah. But I'm torn between my latest song that sound different
Ah,
from all my other songs, but that very first song, the pain that I was feeling and stuff at that first song, that's why I want to put that out because that's when I wanted to start doing music, when I was able to express myself through it,
exactly.
you know?
Um, What was it like, rehabbing from the shot, getting shot, the incident, mentally and physically,
It was tough.
getting to where you are today?
I just said I never gave up. I just once they told me to live, that's what I did. A lot of people be in dead state, stuck where they used to be, or stuck where they always been. I just that wasn't me. I just had to figure out a way I can do stuff less physical and use my mind more. And that's how when I started doing my ideas and stuff, and I created my ideas based off my experiences, whether they were bad or good. With the smoke detector, my issue with people smoking in the cars and stuff like that. Like uh, another idea I created is GPS magazines and GPS sites for weapons.
Hmm.
All my weapons got stolen before. You know what I'm saying? Like
Wow.
it's just like I created my ideas off my trauma
Right, for
or
sure.
different
For
things I've
sure.
been through.
The GPS magazines, if you don't mind explaining that. You kind of missed me on that one.
Uh, you got a lot of companies that make magazines, but a lot of issues they having is like the magazines be jamming and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do a collab, which I can't really say right now, with a company, and
I was
the
confused.
the GPS is a small
I thought
device.
you were talking about full reading book magazines.
Oh no, no, no! I'm saying for the weapons, guns,
For
yeah.
sure.
And then the optic sites and stuff like that because they are a lot of them are battery operated.
You like guns a lot.
I do. I like guns a lot.
Where did that passion come from?
My dad being overseas, he'll come back with boxes or like have boxes come in and we build in ARs or we putting together Dracos or
For
AK-47s and
sure.
stuff like that. So that's where I really learned to pass. I love that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you light skinned Trey instead of white boy Ricky. You feel me?
oh God, for
Real,
real.
real shit though. What's
Yeah.
your favorite gun?
300 like a AR-15.
Oh yeah.
Shit, I like the big one, but shit, if I gotta use a pistol, I use a pistol.
Fact.
But it got a 33. Not said 33. It got a 30 millimeter head, the same as a 7.62. So you get the same power as like a 7.62 without all that flipping and
Mm.
stuff like that. Because when you shoot a K, the bullets flip,
Yeah, that
and
little spinny.
yeah, you get you. It's more AR is more accurate,
Okay.
so you can shoot bigger and still be accurate,
Right.
you know.
I like that.
Yeah, so that's probably my favorite gun. Yep.
Favorite one to carry on the protection side?
Uh, I say, just like one of your little standard Glocks or something like that.
Yeah.
Glocks. I ain't gonna lie.
You
Like,
know I'm hip.
I like Tauruses too, though. I ain't gonna lie to
I be
you.
hearing a lot of backlash on Tauruses.
Yeah, I do.
What you
But
like
that
about
boy,
them?
shit, that boy ain't never gave up.
Look, you ain't had a problem with it.
That boy go. I ain't gonna
You
lie
do
to
what you're
you.
supposed to, for
That
sure.
Taurus, I ain't never had a problem with that Taurus, but
Right.
I like the Glocks, and I stick to the smaller Glocks. Not like a compact all the time, but like nothing over a 40 and stuff like that. Because when you get the 45 and stuff like that, they using the same frame and stuff like that as a smaller one and stuff like that. It just got a different barrel and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking about getting a 10 milli. I
Mm-hmm.
want one of them boys. That boy like a rocket.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And 10 millis ain't nothing to play with.
yeah, for sure.
That's the real pocket rocket for
Man,
sure. Like,
I like to carry little though. Like I don't like everybody saying I got a weapon, so I
for
carry
sure.
like a 43
Yeah.
or a 43X with an extended mag. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just something you know what I'm saying. I ain't trying to do a show.
I
I'm
ain't
trying
gonna
to
lie, I
get
like
niggas
the
off me.
43 too.
Yeah, the 43. I definitely
I
love the
love the
43.
43 actually.
43X is my favorite. Like
Yeah.
the Glock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't like them big fat ass Glocks.
I think I had an argument with a guy that looked like you about a 43 for real.
Yeah.
Dog, but anyways, you like building?
I love building,
For
100%.
sure.
I'm an artist. Like I ain't gonna lie, and everything. Like I see it. Even creating food, I be cooking and shit too. Like creating
Facts.
food is artwork.
Man,
All
Listen,
everything is art.
to the people out there, this nigga put together the coldest caramel apples with the graham crackers crushed on top.
No
The
faking.
shit was wild. See, he only went light. He got about 7, 8 slices. I chopped up 2 apples.
Man, I already ate my other apple.
I chopped up 2 of them joints, and
The
I
man,
might lick the bowl when he get up out of here.
the
But definitely an artist, bro. And
so that
the music, you like singing or rapping more?
I like a melody. I like a melody more.
For
Like
sure.
for sure a melody, but I get in that rapping bag too. That's the new song. It's like
Oh
melody
yeah,
and little rap on that boy.
that's fire. I like that. So how do you feel about the like the rap scene in Michigan right now?
Shit, everybody want to do it,
For sure.
but I feel like the only reason why I'm like considering not doing music
Mm-hmm.
is because you play how you practice,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel like I can dedicate myself to it like that.
Facts.
You know, it take a lot of dedication, nights in the studio,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Plus, I feel like I really only can write good when I'm like going through something.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie, when I'm feeling a
Yeah.
little emotional or something like that, I feel like I can write real good and
Right.
put some shit together.
And that kind of would take you away from it, knowing that you got to be going through hardships to make great
Yeah,
masterpieces. It's
yeah,
like I don't want to keep on to be a great artist. You got to have a hard life if you was to be an artist at that point, right?
yeah. But I don't want to live that life no more.
Exactly. The things that come with it is just not
Uh-huh.
worth it at that time. At this time, and then growth and maturity, where you at now in life, looking back on immature you, young you, what would be a message to yourself that you would give?
Uh,
Fresh out of high school, what would you say to yourself right now?
Nobody's coming to save me.
Yeah, facts.
No faking.
That was something you think you needed to hear at that time?
I was so big on other people's perceptions and opinions.
You was really putting it on them too, like, kind of like really pointing the finger,
Yeah,
giving them giving them
exactly.
the
Making
responsibility to
making
help
making
you.
excuses instead of making a difference. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
that's why the saying, "I wish I knew what I knew now back then." I really wish I would have known what I known back then, but that wasn't my time to know that. So your experience I think it developed me into who I am today. Well, I don't think I know.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? For sure, my experiences. That's why I'm like, you got people there that think $10,000 is a lot of money.
for sure.
You got people that think $1,000 is a lot of money. But shit is just your exposure, what you've
For
been
sure.
exposed to.
For sure. You're right about that. Definitely. And what exposed you to, hustling, the not going your usual route, the 9 to 5 joint, working for yourself, entrepreneurship. What put you in that place?
Honestly, not having,
Hmm.
not being able to do stuff. You like girls want to go on dates, and I
Yeah.
was big on that. Like people be saying I be tricking, but
Uh,
bro, it's just shit. I'm not a petty nigga. I don't mind paying for your hair and nails. It's
facts.
not even that serious.
It's not that
You
deep.
feel me?
Period.
We'll get your hair and your nails done. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying?
If
Like
I'm gonna look good, you should too.
we represent each other. People fail to realize that we represent each other.
Hmm.
Anybody you with, regardless, y'all represent each other. No matter
Facts.
how close y'all are, y'all being seen together, y'all represent each other,
I agree with
regardless.
that.
So if I look good, I want you to look good too.
For sure.
I don't want to be the freshest nigga. I want all my niggas to be fresh.
That makes sense.
No cap.
So with that being said, would you rather work solo or would you rather work with a team?
Mm. I'd rather work solo, but I'm learning to work with a team.
I like
Because
that.
if you don't need help, you're not big enough.
That was the ooh,
If you don't need help, you're not big enough.
wow.
For real.
That was powerful. That was real powerful. Can you share a story when something went wrong and you was the reason that it got right, the solution?
Um, like in what field?
I want you
I,
to talk about in life Just in life and your personal, maybe if it's with family or friends.
When
And then I want you to talk about in the car business and then in the building business.
well, how about this? I'm gonna just tell you, man. Like I said, I was going through my situation, my shooting situation,
For sure.
and I'm through one of my cousin's cousin. I met these Persian guys,
Oh yeah.
and they were telling me how like everybody was ripping them off, and people were not doing the work correctly and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And I'm big on my like religion and stuff like that, like because it took my time. I took my time to find God. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I felt like the people that knew God, they used to try to pressure me into knowing Him at the capacity that they knew Him at that time.
For sure.
So I had to really take that time to get to know Him myself. So I prayed about it and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, if you give me this contract,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna do these people bold. I'm not gonna do none of that.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm still healing. You know what I'm saying? This is like a month after I got out the hospital.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So,
You supposed to be bed
oh
rested.
God, like I was supposed to,
You got shot 12
I
times.
wasn't even supposed to be up, and I
Yeah.
was up. Then I got too sick to work,
Wow.
and well, first I changed that situation by this. Is what I mean by everything happened for a reason. I signed this contract knowing I knew I was gonna struggle completing it. I knew that. Like this,
Yeah.
I'm redoing the whole entire house, and this house is 4,000 square foot.
Wow.
It's only me, but I got a
Wow.
team and everything just going with the grace of God. Like we're gonna figure it out. A
Yeah.
lot of days I was in there working by myself
For sure.
and stuff like that. And one day I'm just fed up because I'm asking my peoples and stuff to come help me and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and nobody will help me. And I was getting frustrated because everybody will always ask me for money,
For sure.
but you can come sweep the floor and make some money. You can come help me in any kind of way and come get
Yeah,
some money.
that's facts.
Like so I end up falling asleep driving because I was so tired.
Wow.
Boop, ran up on a curb and stuff like that, the roundabout and stuff like that. Changed the tire because it only messed up the bumper a little bit in the tire.
Hmm.
Man, got to the house and stuff like that, and I offered my little brother. I offered him $500 to cut the grass
Wow.
because we received a ticket. It's a big old lot, and they was charging by square foot or something like that.
Wow.
And the ticket was gonna be high. They're like, you got to get the grass cut. And I tell my little brother like, well, can you cut the grass? Because I ain't had the strength to cut the grass.
Hmm.
And he like, well, I'm not cutting that grass with no push lawnmower. And I'm like, bro, you work at Mod's Pizza.
Hmm.
You bring it home $400 every 2 weeks. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to make $500 in like 4 hours. That's a good deal. Like me, time is money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
if it
That's the
make
art of
money,
hustling.
it makes sense, But he just wasn't getting that at that time.
Yeah.
So we got into a fight and stuff like that. My mama called the police on us, and
Wow.
I ended up going to jail because he's 17, he a minor,
What?
and I was in that boy for 16 days because I was waiting on the tether.
No.
And
Over a
mind you,
dispute with your brother,
yeah.
a
So
domestic with your brother,
yeah,
really.
yep, domestic violence. Yep, with my little brother.
Wow.
So they wonder where I'm at. I know they wonder where I'm at.
The
The
people for the
contractors,
contract.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
So my little brother and them, they went back and worked for the guy. And like I feel like they was doing it behind my back, but shit, I'm glad they did because they said it. That not they worked, they wasted. They was in there fucking the shit up. You know what I'm saying? But
Damn. Costing you
when I
money
went to
when you
jail
came
though,
back.
when I went to jail,
Mm-hmm.
this everybody be in jail talking. Everybody got Maybachs and Bentleys in jail.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For
So,
sure.
but this Mexican
Everybody
guy,
to plug in there.
I'm telling them like what I do and shit like that. The
Mm-hmm.
Mexican guy like, well, I got a whole company and we're looking for work. He was like, as soon as we get out of here, we'll help you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay.
Of course you
You know what I'm
will.
saying? I bet you will. Bro, he got out before me and was calling me on my tablet in jail.
Damn.
I'm like, dog, he is not playing. I'm like, I'm waiting to get out. But when I finally got out, I called him, met up with I didn't have my phone and stuff because the police still had my phone and stuff like that. But I remember the Cash App. When I logged into my Cash App,
Fire.
I sent them $1
Fire.
well, this Trey, you can reach me at this number. Soon as I
Mm.
sent it, the phone started ringing instantly. He was like, dang, they said you got 10 years and da 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 da. I'm like, bro, what?
He was happy as
And he was
hell.
like, we need to finish fast, you know what I'm saying? Because it costs money, and I'm like, fuck. So I called my Mexican, not being racist or nothing, man.
Yeah.
I called my homie up and shit like that. I just met this nigga, and I just trusted him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came out. He gave me an estimate. I had my tax to it, boop, charged them, and then it just became so good. Like we finished that
Yeah.
house in 2 months,
Wow.
and like even
400 square
they
or
always
4,000 square?
4,000 square foot. They always were like real strategic people and stuff like that. The Persian guys, so they get estimates and stuff like that. So and I'm telling them like nobody can beat my price because even
Facts.
if somebody got a good price, I'm gonna go better.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? So
Real hustler.
the pipe, $150 to replace the pipe under. I said 150. It's the pipe is 150 feet long
Mm.
and it's 14 feet underground. Had a few companies coming out. They talking about 30, 40,000. Man, me like I'm a bro. Like bro. People be like, Trey, you got all this money. Why do you be asking the price of shit? Because I might know somewhere I can get it for cheaper. No faking.
I got the
So
money because I know how to spend it.
so I hired me a professional digger for $500 a day.
Wow. You genius.
My Mexicans replaced the pipe for $2,000.
Yes.
I needed the professional digger for 2 days. So that's $1,000, $3,000, and charged them $12,000. You know what I'm saying?
And then the 12,000 for the Persian guys, they wanted to kiss your feet.
Bro, exactly. Based
After
off the
getting them
offers,
20 and
you know what
30s
I'm
and
saying?
40s.
But it ended up not going good because they really started micromanaging. They just could not understand how was I getting such better deals than the
Yeah,
companies and stuff
for
like that.
sure.
Like for instance, Hanson came out
Mm-hmm.
because I knocked out the whole back of the house and I want to do all glass windows.
Yes.
Hanson came out. They like to frame it, do all that stuff. It's gonna be around $30,000. Wallside came out, said 28,000.
Mm.
And that was including just the windows. That wasn't the drywall or any of that.
The framing, none of that.
Or even tearing the previous stuff out.
Wow, the
Man,
demo.
so I'm like, well, shit. Most thing I got to do is find these cheap windows.
Yeah.
Boom, measured all the windows, enter my size. So I'm customly building every window.
Yeah.
I mean, every framing every
Yeah.
one. So and I'm doing the sliding patio door also.
Fact.
Boom, put all the shit
Wow.
in. Menards had all the windows for $6,500. The door,
The whole
and
cart,
windows,
everything.
$6,500.
The whole back of the house was $6,500.
I'm like, all right.
What you charge them in labor?
I'm like, I could charge y'all 16,000.
You want 10 for your work.
You feel me? I'm like, I could charge you 16,000.
Yeah.
He like Trey, I'm like, trust me. I
Yeah.
got you. And Famida means like I understand. So he like, all right, Famida in Persian. Famida means I understand. So he like, all right, Famida, Famida.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave me the cheese. Boom. Went to go buy the windows. My Mexicans charged me $1,800 to install the windows, but I had to tear everything out. So I hired 6 guys off the street.
Yeah.
Paid them $20 an hour.
Yep.
To do the demo for me.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Spent like close to $1,000 in paying people
on demo.
Overhead. You know what I'm saying? Boop, cut the floors up myself, frame the windows myself. You know what I'm saying? Boop, the job cost me. It cost me about like maybe close to like $8,000-9,000.
Mm-hmm.
But shit,
still got 7.
Still got a good ass profit out of it.
You still got 7 racks.
But then he goes to the Mexicans like, work with me outside of Trey. Right in front of his face, the Mexican come to me like, he just asked me to work with him outside of you.
Oh.
I said, you do it again, we won't be doing no more work on this house. And he didn't want that because I'm pulling the permits. My business is licensed and everything.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't have a builder's permit.
100%.
In the city of Ann Arbor, the stipulations was different. I just had to have a business with insurance and stuff.
Yes.
So I got insurance and stuff for my business and stuff like that. And I was able to pull the permits. So I'm pulling the permits. I'm in charge of all the permits. Wow. All that. So if you want to spend once I'm ending the contract, I'm ending my permits. So when you start a new company, you're gonna have to pull all those permits all over again and stuff like that, because that company has to pull it and stuff like that. So I handled all that shit, and basically I had to shut the property down, like, because he did it again.
Went behind your back.
Was offered him more money and everything, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
for sure. The
the whole
money, your
time
money.
he don't know they're not going to do the research, finding the materials
Yeah,
for the best price and all that
exactly.
stuff. I actually put in work, so
Facts.
it's
You
it's
worth
it's not
what you
it's not always
charging.
about what you're doing. It's about what you know sometimes. So I was using my brain because I wasn't physically there. I couldn't work like I wanted to work, and I couldn't handle the project if I wanted to. So
I
made
remember
hella cheese
seeing
on that
you.
shit.
I never forget it, bro. I remember seeing you mix concrete with your bare hands and putting it in fence posts
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
mailbox posts. Like literally
Yeah,
getting down in there by yourself, bro. You had
bro.
on, bro. I think it was like 40 degrees outside. You had on a beater, some hoop shorts, Timbos, and you was literally mixing in the hole
Yeah,
by yourself. And
yeah.
then in the video, you were saying sometimes you just got to do it yourself
No faking. No
because
faking.
you know you didn't have workers at the time. What is a way that you recover from people bailing on you when you depend on them to do something?
Um, I honestly, I don't. I'm not. I don't depend on people. I just stopped depending on people.
That was it, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Once you stop depending on people, first people need to be less dependent anyway. People depend on people
100%.
way too much, and that really fucks with your mental health.
For
You
sure.
know what I'm saying? People let you down all the time. So when you stop depending on people, you able to not get let down. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You can keep your mood better and stuff like that. I think, like, when my gas light come on, I think if I run out of gas, I can't call nobody to bring me no
For
gas. So
sure.
I'm gonna make sure it made me be more responsible.
Mm,
It made me be more responsible. I make sure I do what I gotta do to not put myself in a predicament to need somebody.
I like that. That was a great answer. Um, I don't want us to run out of time, so I'm gonna start running down the questions instead of sitting and just keeping on fucking around with you,
Yeah,
even though
yeah,
I love to do that
yeah,
though.
yeah, for sure.
Um, I just had it. How do you stay motivated when you don't start when you're not seeing immediate results?
Being grateful for what I have.
Goes
I ain't
back
gonna
on to
lie.
when you was looking back at where you used to
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That being grateful,
I like that
that definitely helped me get through a lot of hard times. Is just being grateful.
for sure.
Yeah.
And what's a typical day like for you? Like, do you got any routines or practices that you do on a regular?
Uh, yeah, I do.
Let's hear it.
I spend some time with myself in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I just sit and I spend some time with myself, like, before I get my day started. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just it helps how my mood is towards the world. You
Mm-hmm.
know, spending time with yourself, showing yourself a little love, like, it'll make you be a better person. You know what I'm saying? You can do things differently once you, like I said, understand yourself at a different capacity.
Fact.
It
I
make you
like
respect
that.
yourself more too.
And your time.
You know, people get it confused. It's a difference between compromising and settling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are out here settling, and I'm only willing to compromise. And I have boundaries, and they aren't adjustable.
Solid.
Hmm.
That's real solid. That was a great answer. How do you avoid burnout but still balance with working hard?
I ain't gonna lie, going with the flow.
Yeah.
I don't, I don't, I don't force anything. Like, everything happened for a reason. So if I couldn't get to this, I just couldn't get to that.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my time to get to that yet. No faking.
How do you find like your new opportunities?
Honestly, it's really going with the flow too, because I don't even know what may be an opportunity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So how do
So
you find the difference between something that you might pass up or something that you might, add to your schedule or make a priority?
it's really not an in between with me. It's a hit or a miss,
Hmm.
and it's just about filling that shit out. You gotta fill it out.
So it's back to the energy thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You really judge on how you feeling, the energy you getting from the person.
I don't care how much money you offering me.
Right.
If I ain't feeling it, I ain't feeling it.
I get that. I like that a lot
All money
for
ain't
real.
good money.
That's real deep.
All money
It
ain't good
took me
money.
a long time to learn that too. Like I used to be the guy. I was always available. You can call me at any
Yeah,
time of day, any time of night. I'm coming. You can come. I'll meet you. Whatever.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't going. You try and pull some iffy shit. You know what I'm
yeah, for
saying?
sure.
But I had to really realize that in the long run too. Like all money really not good money. And then sometimes the relationships and bonds that come with the business,
Man.
it's draining.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and stay away from those people. You know what I'm saying? Anything that's draining of my energy or where
You
I
control
get,
your environment.
if I can't control it, I probably
Yeah,
won't be
yeah,
there.
yeah. The people like, whoa, like you always wear your jewelry. Nigga, I paid for it. Like, so when you go to, I don't go to a place that I feel like I can't wear my jewelry to. You
Real,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I'm not going to
exactly.
that place.
You
Like,
don't belong to
if
be
I gotta
there.
carry, if I feel like I gotta carry my gun and I just don't have it on me already, I'm not going to that place.
Yeah, you shouldn't be there
People put themselves. People don't listen to themselves. You gotta listen to yourself too.
for sure. Do you have any mentors, books, or anything that you relate to influence your mental, your state of mind?
Yeah, I see two psychologists
Mm,
a week.
okay.
I see a male and I see a female for two different perceptions. So I feel like
You
that
tell
helped.
both of them the same things?
No, I answer their questions though. They ask me different questions. You know what I'm saying?
For
And
sure.
certain things, like such as like a big situation, such as my shooting or something like that. Of
Yeah.
course, like that's the same thing, but they both had a different perception on it. They help you put words to how you feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for them. I'm grateful for them, and I don't even know if I'd have been in this head space if it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people think is, oh, you shouldn't have nobody else telling you what you think, and like we was having a conversation. All psychologists and stuff not good psychologists and stuff like that, but that's why it's important to know yourself. Like me, like I was saying, like I can't even open up if I don't feel that comfortability. I'll be quiet. People like you quiet. I'm really not quiet, but if I don't feel comfortable enough to talk, I'm not gonna talk. You know?
For sure.
Yeah, I can't. You can't open up to something that's not trying to hear you and shit like that. No faking.
Definitely. You ever see or find yourself in conversations with people and they seem dedicated to challenging you and disagreeing with you? Like it don't
Yeah,
matter what you say, what
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
think
It's
is
always something
just
wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, or
That's more like the closed-minded people and stuff
for
like that. The
sure.
ones who's not really interested in learning. You know, their intake levels are low because they always trying to prove themselves and stuff. That's that they be trying to be understood instead of understanding. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that go back to that
That's fire.
for sure. That
Um, how do you define success?
I feel like everybody have a different level of success.
For sure.
I feel like having a lot of money don't mean successful. Like I feel like success is like a one-stop shop, emotionally, physically, all that. You know what I'm saying? Body and soul. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
The mental for sure too.
yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like that's what I feel like success is. Like where you can actually wake up and be happy with what you have, no matter how much you have. Like family in the home, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
a house in a home, you know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
a house is just a house. You know what I'm saying? Your loved ones and people you fuck with and shit like that. That make your house a home, especially if y'all live together and
For
shit.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Go like with that. You know,
For
but
sure.
everything. You know,
What's your approach on learning new things?
being open.
Always.
Always, always open. I love the way people mind works. I love the way
Definitely.
people think. So that's why I'm open to even hear how people think because people are very creative and stuff. I love to hear people ideas and stuff like that because that's a different perspective. They think different than me. Nobody was made the same.
Mm-hmm.
So and some people be having some good ass ideas. That's
Facts.
why I be investing into like people businesses, small businesses and
For
stuff
sure.
like that. Especially if I like the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire. So you like to call well, not call yourself. You like being an investor. That's deep.
I'm an investor even if I'm not getting paid for it.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
that's fire.
Whether I'm investing into my learning, my knowledge, or I'm investing into somebody's business financially, I'm just an overall investor. Like, and it, you practice how I invest my time into
Yeah.
knowledge and stuff like
It's
that.
probably the biggest investment
Yeah,
because
hundred
you can't
percent.
get it back.
You can't get it back.
Once you give it, it's there. And it's like you gotta really find your benefit in the time that you give at that point
Yeah,
and
people.
your investment.
I got watches that aren't buzzed down and stuff like that, but they're not that eye appealing, even though they're worth a lot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I like buzz downs
Mm-hmm.
because I don't wear a watch to tell time. I wear the watch to show people how valuable my time is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that, like the boundaries that what you gonna allow. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I don't waste my time. It's that's why people too busy because they wasting their time.
Man,
They too
doing
busy
nothing. You
wasting their
spending a lot
time.
of time doing nothing.
Niggas want to be killers for free.
Bro. Oh, well, not
I'm
for
not,
free, actually. They want 3 meals in a cold ass cot, in a thin ass blanket, and a
bro.
makeshift
A
pillow.
nigga told me like, whoa, a nigga play with me. I'm popping his ass a young dog. This is like 2 days ago. We having a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, he like, but like on another note, he's like, I'm never gonna prove myself. I don't gotta prove myself to nobody. I'm like, so what are you doing when a nigga say something you don't like? You want to go kill him?
Dead ass.
You proving yourself. You
Yeah,
feel me? I only kill to protect like my people and shit
for
like that.
sure.
You know, I ain't about to be out here killing niggas because the nigga said something I don't like.
Right.
Just be smooth, bro. Like I don't, you know, nigga. If I feel like I gotta kill a nigga, I feel like he ain't gonna make it anyway. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Well, I put my money up in. It's enough money up already.
man, you
Like
know
people
that.
don't even know that. Like, but
Then
that's
thinking about it though too, like only time I'm going that route is if I feel like I'm not gonna make it till tomorrow.
man.
You put fear into me to the point where I don't think I'm gonna wake up the next day. Yeah, I'm probably ain't gonna sleep until you sleeping for
Yeah,
good. That's
no,
just the way
yeah.
it's gonna be.
I feel that.
You know, I gotta be really at fear to get on offense. But until then, I'm letting everybody go and come. You know,
Niggas be talking.
that's what it
But I know
usually
some niggas
is.
that be spanking some shit too.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? But a
that's
nigga
it.
that spanking shit,
They got their reasons too,
everybody got their reasons.
for sure.
I just know killing people not for anything. I'm guys, everything, you know,
You funny as hell,
is
bro.
not gonna get me to my purpose.
You
You know
funny
what
as
I'm
hell,
saying?
for sure, for sure, for sure.
So that's why like I ain't gonna lie, I used to be that angry like where I just wanted to kill people.
Yeah, facts.
Like, oh, I swear to God,
Any
man.
little thing to set you off and
But
have you ready to
but
do it.
you know why I don't be killing people? Because people be out here living for themselves. They not living like they got kids at home. They're not living like they got a mama. You
Mm-hmm.
gonna be dead, and all your people gonna be affected by your death. That all the people that didn't do nothing to me.
Mm.
That's why I be smooth
Mm.
sometimes. Like you know what I'm saying.
Mm.
People,
Yeah.
your family say your life, you ain't even know that.
And then thinking about it too, I had to tell somebody this too. Like one of the homies, he real mad. Like, you know how you said, nigga talk to you any kind of way, get to playing with you and you want to
Yeah,
go pop him, spank and shit. It's like you get to that point and you be ready to do that to somebody, but after you do that, it ain't like you can go and visit them in the afterlife and be like, I told you not to play with me. Look at
Yeah,
you
they
now.
gone. They
Like
out of
once they
here.
dead, they dead. Like
They out
it
of
ain't,
here, bro.
it's no aha, it's no them seeing you with the trophy is not actually a win. It's really the biggest loss. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to get to somebody, not just a nigga, a woman, you know what I'm saying? Let them see you in success form. That's the biggest kill. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
anytime any nigga that's hating on me right now, bro. Every time you see me, I'm gonna be in a different spot than I am in this time. No cap. That's not saying that's like I don't even do it for them. I do it for
Right.
myself, but I ain't gonna lie. I used to want to be like famous and shit like that. I'm like, cause that's the very first chapter of my book. Like it's called A Father's Love, you know, but it's still that title. I mean that timeline and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to be like play football and shit like that. So so my like dad to fuck with me and shit like that, you know. But
For his acceptance.
but I said my mom told me straight up, like she like, you can't make nobody want you.
Yeah.
You can't make nobody be a part of your life that
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be a part of your life. So I use that and still till today. Like when it comes to women, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
relationships, but what's so fucked up is a lot of people don't value relationships anyway. So
100%.
I'm already knowing, like I'm already knowing. So now I ain't gonna say a big benefit with me getting to understand myself at a different capacity is I waste less time. You know, I ain't
Right.
saying I don't waste time.
Yeah.
I just waste less time than I used to waste.
I like that.
No cap.
I like that a lot. Relationships. What's your philosophy on that?
Like what you mean?
You in a relationship right now?
Oh, you saying like committed
With
relationship?
yeah, with women.
Okay. I am not in a relationship right now,
Why
but
not?
man, cause these women don't know how to be happy with what they have. You know, it's always gonna be somebody out there with more. You know, you gotta be happy with what you have. And like I said, again with the compromising and settling, a lot of people aren't willing to compromise or even settle. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So you're not gonna get nowhere. We clearly never been in a relationship. We clearly never had a successful relationship because
mm-hmm.
we both just started talking. You know what
100%.
I'm saying? If we did, we'll be put up, married, and shit like that. So you've been through shit. I've been through shit. Let's just work through the shit. Like I used to tell the girl I used to talk to, like, I'd rather go through shit with you than go through shit without you.
Mm,
But that's something I say for everything now. Like all the people I love, I'd rather go through shit with them than
yeah.
go through shit without them. Like no
Yeah.
cap. Like I don't. Yeah, I need me time, but like I like to be around my family. I love to be around the people out that love me and shit like that.
Fact.
I can be around. I don't mind being around my woman every day. I don't mind that. Like shit, you pissed at me. All right,
Right.
go in the other room then.
Right.
No cap, go in the other room then. Shit.
What's your what's your definition of a man?
Uh,
What makes a man in your eyes?
the discipline they show. Um, structure. Not taking things too personally. Like that's women stuff. Women do
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
You know, not saying being like sexist or nothing like that, but a guy is stronger physically a lot of the times, and women are really smarter mentally. But I feel like a man, it's just how you conduct yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
overall, like how you conduct yourself. You can't be conducting yourself like a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It's you got some people that just never want to grow up. You know what I'm saying? But you can't. Yo, discipline. Yo, how you can't just lash out and shit like that. That's being a boy. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the hard part is that so like people are used to being used to. So, you know, they are used to boys. So it's hard for them to have a man
Right.
because they never had one before.
For sure. And then like what was who was your example that you would use to measure a man?
My siblings' dad.
For sure.
I say I don't mind like women with kids and stuff like that because my mom had 2 kids when she met him, and he took care of the kids and stuff like that. Like so, I believe I can be a good ass stepdad. You feel me?
Facts.
But
He
my
did that
dad,
without any kids outside,
out no kids outside.
and then he had his first kids with your mom.
Exactly.
That's fire.
You know what I'm saying? So
Wow. So he was your dad
and he
before
was
he was your brother's dad.
yeah, oh God, yeah, for real.
Wow.
But he was just a provider. You know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
ain't had my mom. That's why I am now. Like I meet a girl and like she like I can pay for something. You know what I'm saying? But that's not how I'm used to things being. I like even though that's you shouldn't make me feel obligated. Like I gotta pay for the shit. But I don't mind paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like especially if we talking, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I don't mind taking care of things, icing some Beatles or something like that. Like on some
Yeah.
like if you're having a hard time or something like that, but don't like I was having a conversation with my new little shorty I'm talking to and stuff
Hmm.
like that. We're not together, we just building, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And she venting and stuff like that, and she like I take care of everything, and I'm like not trying to be funny, but who did you expect to take care of everything?
Yeah.
And she was like, she kind of got irritated with me, and she was like, I'm talking about raising the baby and stuff like that, and doing that. But you know, that's people intake differently. You know, my perception was she was talking about financially,
Yeah.
like taking care of everything. When people usually say
Right.
that, that's what I thought. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Or it would have been more specific. You know, like
Yeah.
stated, oh, I take care of everything with my kid, or
You
you know
felt
what I'm
like that
saying?
was a defense mechanism, like
Yeah,
a throw off.
she got 100% got offended. She
Hmm.
100% got offended. 100%.
I
And
hate when people do that, not just women. Some men do that too.
yeah,
And I feel like that's really like a female trait.
100% a
You know
female
what I'm
trait.
saying? If I come to you and identify a problem that I'm having with you, it's not the time for you to come back and tell me
What you got
something
going
that you
on?
have a
Yeah,
problem with me
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
It's
if you
not.
had a
Nah,
problem about that, you
you should
should have
have been.
came
You
to
should have been
me
said something.
just like I'm
We ain't talking
coming to
about you. We
you.
talking about what's going on right now. You
And
know what
that's
I'm saying?
defeating the purpose of me even coming to you and telling you about the issue I'm having, because now you pointing the finger at me about something that you don't like. And
Yeah.
me personally, when that does happen, I still will address that problem that you got with me. And then when I'm done addressing that, hey, spin the block back around and deal with what I just had told you about first.
Hmm.
But by that time, the conversation is over
That's
with
why I
it.
said everybody's trying to prove they
Yeah,
going through more than the other person.
that's lame. That's lame. I don't want to have a trauma contest.
Oh
I don't
God.
want to come to
Oh
you and tell
God.
you that I got this going on, and you don't even acknowledge what I got going on. You go straight into, oh well, man, my fucking bills is due myself,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, all right, cool, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna never come to you again with my shit. But
Oh
I'm
God.
learning not to expect me from
Other
other
people.
people,
100%.
you know. And I want to throw out some quotes that I had picked up from you, and I want you to elaborate on them if you don't mind.
For sure.
You know, it's just some stuff that I had seen you said in the previous conversations we had, and it was some stuff that you had said, and I just,
Thought
you
about
know,
them. Yeah.
yeah, I thought
Yeah.
about it heavy, and I just wanted to see if you could elaborate on it a little bit
For
more.
sure.
The people you surround yourself with reflect who you are, and your relationship and friends matter. What do that mean to you?
That go back to representing each other. You
Okay.
feel me? You around 10 dumbasses, you're gonna be the 11th dumbass. You around 10 wealthy people, you're gonna be the 11th wealthy person. You feel me? You are your environment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Who you hang around, all that. You know what I'm saying? You can be a girl that never fucked nobody,
Mm-hmm.
but around a girl that's throwing that motherfucker.
Going.
They're gonna think she going the same. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They're gonna think she going the same. Like
Yeah, for sure.
regardless if you're not, but if you don't want that look, not saying I got niggas that be on that shit and stuff like that. Even though I choose not to be on that shit, I deal with people accordingly. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about to be going to this place and I'm mad he shot the place up.
Dead ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you. My people that I got that be on that, you really not going nowhere with me. I'm coming to visit you in places, and when I come and visit, my visit is very brief. You know, I'm probably coming to show face, probably drop off some pape, or do my due diligence on the need be basis. Like I'm gonna come and see you when I need to see you, but other than that, I'm
I
letting
ain't
you
gonna lie,
live your
like
life.
even let's speak on our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You my type of friend that I can have conversations with. Like I can't talk to all the niggas that I'm getting money with,
Yeah.
or even all the niggas that's it don't matter. Everybody got their own category. You know what I'm saying? But we can have conversations, and you really knowledgeable as fuck too. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Like I can't expect people to be on the same level and shit like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta. It don't take a lot. You know what I'm
But
saying?
we didn't get to this point just overnight though. You know what I'm saying? Don't
That's
get me
true
wrong.
though.
When we first started kicking it, we did notice a lot of things that was similar, and then
Yeah.
understood things about each other that was different. But it wasn't just an off the bat thing like, oh yeah, I'm about to tell this nigga my full life story. You know what I'm saying? We both have
Fact.
great character judgment. How do you discern? How do you discern that? Like when you notice it's a person that you can't go that way with, treating them accordingly.
I get an uneasy feeling about them,
Mm-hmm.
and usually it don't be wrong because every person that I had an uneasy feeling about and said to myself, maybe I'm tripping. I was never tripping.
Man, I hate that.
I was never tripping.
I hate that thought. I literally hate that thought when it pop in my
Like
head.
maybe I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know I'm not tripping.
I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping.
I know I don't be tripping.
It ended up going the way I thought it was gonna go every time.
I'm tripping for thinking I'm tripping.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the thought. That's what the thought be. That when you think I'm tripping, that's the alarm that's going off for you thinking that you tripping. It's not you tripping. It's you thinking you tripping. Is you tripping?
And I end up fucking with the person or something like that, and it'd be no good.
Yeah, you get that moment to yourself, and you sitting shaking your head like I knew this shit was gonna happen.
That's I ain't gonna let that help me deal with shit too though. Like that's my fault.
Yeah,
I can't
putting the blame on you.
I'm not about to blame them niggas. I already knew this from the jump.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew you weren't shit before I met you.
But I be giving people the benefit of the doubt.
Me too.
You know
seeing
what I'm
the
saying?
good in them and pulling on it.
Yeah, you said some deep ass shit. Like you said, I see the good in people so much it's hard to see the bad.
Facts. You do.
And I'll be like, that was the deepest thing I heard all week.
You know how iPhone got that portrait mode? You focus in on the good and the rest be blurry.
Yeah.
Like you literally can't see it at all.
I find that in myself seeing better in people than they even seeing themselves.
100%.
I find that in myself a lot.
I see you as a full-blown tree and you still looking at your roots being made. Man. That's me too. And then I got the portrait mode too.
I see people's potential.
I hate that. Because potential and reality is two different things.
Man.
Potential and reality is
two different things.
That's like it's like shooting dice.
Man.
You could roll a 7. You could.
Yeah.
You really could. I'm not here telling you that you won't.
But will you? But will you?
Okay, I got some more statements for you, bro. That was real. I liked it. That was a nice response. That was a great elaboration. Seek to understand others before expecting to be understood. I'm going to say that slow too for the people in the back. Seek to understand others before expecting to be understood. What do that mean to you?
I feel like people are too busy trying to be understood instead of understanding. But I feel like once you understand, you know the way to feel in certain situations and stuff. You just handle things differently when you understand at a different capacity. But if you're too busy trying to be understood, it's gonna be hard to understand. For real.
For sure. You're not gonna be able to understand nothing because you so focused.
They don't get me. Nobody gets me. You don't even get yourself.
Exactly.
No cap. You don't even get yourself.
Maybe they can't get you because you making it hard for them to get you.
You don't understand. You don't understand. But
That's
that was,
solid.
and I'm telling you, I say that off of experience. I was that
Yeah.
person. Oh, it's a fucking pity party.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
it
why my
is.
face is the way it is right now. Cause me reading it the second time slower, I was the person in the back on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, no faking.
I'm big on that. You know that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
hundred
saying?
percent.
We done
I'm already
ran and
hip.
bumped heads a few times because
Yeah,
you don't get what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying, yeah,
You
yeah,
not hearing me. You
yeah,
not hearing me.
saying, yeah.
Like, Cam, you not fucking hearing me, nigga. Like, if you heard me, you would know that I heard you.
I'll be straight to the point. When people get mad at that though, like I just got a different perspective.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
a
I'm saying?
different patience.
Yeah, I can agree
You
with that.
are very patient, but at the
Until
same
I'm
time,
not. Until I'm not.
bro, you
Until I'm
took it
not.
right off my head.
Until I'm not.
Cause when you done, you done.
Until I'm not. That's why I
You
hate.
are
And people
done.
would think it happened so fast,
Yeah.
but really it been building up.
Yeah.
It been
Facts.
building up. And
Facts.
and and don't get me wrong. I told you, I'm not a quiet nigga. I'm gonna tell you if it's bothering me.
Fact.
For sure. I'm gonna tell you. I'm
Facts.
gonna tell you if it's bothering me. So basically, when you didn't acknowledge it, I told you
Mm-hmm.
that it was bothering me. You basically said fuck me.
Facts.
You
And that
basically
goes
said
back.
fuck me.
That goes back to the last thing about being understood. If you heard me the first time,
Yeah.
if you understood from the beginning, you
We
wouldn't have
wouldn't even
got
be
to this
here.
point.
Like I had a situation. I be booking flights. So if y'all, you gotta delete that.
I'm gonna give you some time to tell the
Yeah.
people a way to get to you, to contact you
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
closeout.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely got
But the lady, she was tripping.
you. Mm-hmm.
And but before she started, I told her like all the details. Like I barely do refunds, but like if it's my fault, I refund it. Insure you, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
For
I
sure.
learned from one of the best travel agents. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'm good with all the good deals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And she just was like changed her mind. I'm like, well, shit, the money is already spent. Like so, like I already told you this from the beginning.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand and just do it this one time. I told her like I'm not wasting no more money.
Duh.
I'm not. But shit, she just didn't understand.
Yeah. Failure to
I
understand.
told her from the beginning though. That's why I like to be open with people from the jump, so you don't be surprised.
Exactly. No surprises.
You know, Cap.
And then when I tell you these things, if you don't understand something I'm saying, don't be too afraid to speak on what you don't understand, because
No
that's the
cap.
only way you
We
will
will
be able
understand
to.
by asking questions.
Definitely.
No faking.
I liked that, bro. Um, some you always preaching to me. How you practice is how you perform.
Yeah, yeah. You practice pissy, your performance gonna be pissy.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched. I went to the fights a few days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it was this girl. She didn't stop moving the whole time. Her conditioning, I already knew. Like I'm like, she practiced good. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So she gonna perform good tonight.
Mm-hmm.
She was just outweighed by a bigger person. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
the bigger person got tired before she got tired. But I knew that, and
Sure.
I was able to identify that. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Like no matter what it is, the more you do it, the better you are at it.
For sure. And the efforts you put in with it
Yeah, the efforts
on the
for sure,
practice. On the practice.
for sure that.
I like that. Sometimes God reveals worse in situations so you can become your best.
I feel like with my shooting situation,
Mm.
I feel like I'm at my best right now. I don't think I'd be able to be this grateful or humble if I didn't experience being at that low capacity. I felt like I never was going to need nobody like I needed them at that time.
Yeah.
But I was taken to that capacity to understand that and
Right.
have a different perception
Mm.
and just be more grateful and stuff like that. So I felt like he revealed that to me. Like
Definitely.
God already know what he got planned for you. And I'm not gonna lie, he showed me myself real wealthy, but he didn't show me everything I had to go through to become where he showed me I was at. If he told me like Trey, you had to hold your sister hand while she died, you're gonna have to get shot
Mm.
12 times, lay in the middle of the street, check up out of here. I'm gonna bring you back though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you're gonna have to go through 120 procedures to
Right.
be able to eat again. You know what I'm saying? If I knew all this
Wow.
shit, I'd be like, hell no.
Nah, bro. Don't
I'm
bring. I don't think I
hey,
want it.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who were
but
working
that's
at
what people
McDee's?
fail to realize. They be so mad at they trials and errors that they don't know the whole time is getting them to their purpose. It's creating that development on a
Right.
character, and even bro, you can experience something today that'll make you think different for the rest of your life. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Just a single thing.
For
You know,
sure.
that's why I feel like with myself, I hate sometimes that I pay attention as much as I pay attention
Yeah, very observant.
because it can fuck with you a little bit. It can
Yeah.
it can I'm an overthinker, so I'm going to always think. But then the good part about it is, like with my significant other or something like that, I know when she hot, I know when she cold, I know when she mad, I know when she happy. You know what I'm saying? That's a good part about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to tell me how to do something. You don't got to tell me how to make you happy because I'm gonna understand that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
By
that I feel like
observing.
that's the plus side of it. You know what I'm saying? But
For
that
sure.
the negative side of it is overthinking it, you know,
Definitely.
for sure that.
I like that, bro. I like that a lot. Um, I only got two more of your statements that
Yeah.
that stuck out to me real heavy. And the other ones you went over a few times and you kind of put the nail in the coffin on them. But everybody sees the worlds differently. Respect individual perspectives.
When I say that, I'm saying if boom, all right, cool. My shooting situation,
Hmm.
that affected me bad. But somebody getting slapped by their mama they may feel the same the depth of the situation. They can I know it seems so little because of the situation, but as little as that, they can be affected just as much as I was.
Wow.
If I do something to you and you tell me like nigga that hurt my feelings, you know what I'm saying? I'ma genuinely apologize
Yeah.
because I understand that everybody feel different. Nobody feels the same. So what I may find disrespectful, you may never find it disrespectful.
Right.
What I may find as loyal, you may never find it as loyal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a own perception of life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like
it
that.
made me be more accountable too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with myself, just being more accountable. Like
Definitely.
genuinely apologize. I genuinely apologize if you feel that way.
Yeah.
People fall out with you because you felt like they did you wrong, but everybody feel different. So
Yeah. And if they
I'm
don't
a big
see
person
it,
like my shorty. I apologize to her today. Like shit, I ain't mean to make you feel that way.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that wasn't
That
my
wasn't my intentions.
intentions.
Oh God, that
For
wasn't my
sure.
intentions. No
For
faking.
sure. So the last one that stuck out to me the most, never limit yourself. Growth comes from pushing boundaries. And then it kind of has something tied in with it as well. Boundaries aren't adjustable. Protect your peace and values.
Mm.
It's a flip side of the coin for sure.
When I say that,
Oh, you silly as hell, bro. I gotta throw that in there though. You
bro,
funny as hell. What you about to cook with?
I'm shit spatula. It's like I'm
Dog.
talking shit. Nah,
Same
but
one SpongeBob
listen,
had.
when I say that, bro, say the beginning part again.
The beginning part was never limit
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Growth
yeah, yeah,
comes from pushing boundaries.
yeah, yeah.
And
I feel that even in what I do, like I just never limit myself.
for sure.
Like I will never like knowledge is like learning and stuff like that. I'm able to intake
Hmm.
that. I don't limit myself. I'll never say I can't do it. I'm always try to do
For
whatever needs to
sure.
be done. That's then when you create a boundary such as no smoking in my house.
Hmm.
Somebody come in like, well, shit, it's weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if that's a good case scenario. I don't know if that's a good
A good
being
example.
bound. Yeah, boundaries. Like everybody know what a fucking boundary is. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying? And I feel like you should be firm on your boundaries, or it shouldn't be a boundary.
For sure.
Like whatever it is, like if it's whatever it is, no
Literally.
shoes in the house. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Whatever your boundary is,
No
you should,
disrespect.
yeah, you should stand on it. You know what I'm
For
saying? Or
sure.
it shouldn't be a boundary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Boundaries aren't adjustable, but people adjust them, like such as in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, you never took the stuff you doing. Your boundary was never letting the guy put his hands on you, and this nigga
Yeah.
beating your ass every
Fact.
day. You know
Fact.
what I'm saying? That's but you love him. So because you love him,
You
you
adjusted
adjusting your
it.
boundary. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta stand on that shit. Like me, like people sometimes be thinking I'm a hoe and shit like that because I deal with like different women and stuff like that sometimes. Not at the same times, but at
Right.
different times. And
Might be a challenging woman that they couldn't
it's
see themselves dealing with.
it's listen, even when it go to women be like, what you like, you know what I'm saying? Clearly what I like ain't been working. So if I'm vibing with you, I'm vibing with you. If I'm not,
Man.
I'm not. That's the type of nigga I am. Like if I can't catch a vibe with you, it's time to move on. I ain't about to keep you might fuck around, make me miss out on my wife fucking around with you.
Dead ass.
You know what
Wasting
I'm saying? We
time. You
wasting,
said that. You
you know,
wasting less time this
I ain't
time
really,
around.
I'm not really into all that wasting time stuff like that. Especially if you're ungrateful. Mm-mm.
What's your deal breakers in the relationship?
Not being able to compromise.
Okay.
Not being able to compromise. If you can't compromise, that's the whole point of a relationship. Is
You had
compromising.
said something real smart earlier. You had said you compromising and not settling.
Yeah, definitely. The
That
difference
was a statement you
between
were stating, you know.
the difference between compromising is basically doing something that you're okay with. Settling is doing something you're not okay with.
Okay.
Yeah, you settling is something you're not cool with. You're not fucking with it.
I get that.
But when you compromise and like, okay, for instance, I don't like animals in my bed,
Me either.
but a shorty I was fucking with,
Yeah, let's hear
she
it.
like to sleep with her cats and shit like that. So I'm like, all right, but these motherfuckers all on our pillows and everything. I come back, my cover all furry and shit. I'm like, bro, but I was willing to compromise with her.
Yeah, for
They can
sure.
be on the bed, but I don't want them in our pillows and stuff. We fuck around and
Yeah,
stop because of that.
for sure. That's
Like,
funny that you say that.
no cap.
I actually had a relationship slash situationship. That was a deal breaker for real.
That was a deal breaker
It
for
was
me
the
too.
dog. The dog was here, and like the dog got the tearing shit up, bro. Fucking chewed through a heater cord. Um, shitting and pissing when she wasn't here. Wasn't honoring the little pads and stuff. The house started smelling like the dog. And then the dog was on the bed and stuff when I wasn't at home. I came home, dog jumping all over the fucking furniture. She at work, dog shitting all over the place, pissing all over the place, bro. I was so livid behind it. And like ever since I acknowledged that, it had went downhill. Like a lot of things had happened after that as well. But that was where the energy was threw off. But
Yeah,
I got kids. She don't have kids. And I was a no animals in the home person at all in general.
yeah,
But being that, she was tolerating and dealing with my kids with me, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I compromise.
yeah.
Worst decision I made because it was really a boundary that I had set and it was something that I really didn't
Adjusted
like.
from that boundary.
I
Yeah,
adjusted
you
it
settled.
for the
Yeah, you settled.
for the relationship, like
Yeah.
you said,
Uh-huh.
and it just didn't end well. And instead of just me being upfront and honest and saying that it's something that I really don't want to settle
Yeah.
and adjust for, it ended up being like an end all be all, and not a relationship totally different now. But on the dating side of things, before we wrap up, bro, do you see yourself in the near future, doing marriage or serious
Hell yeah.
relationship?
I'm getting married. Hell yeah, I'm getting married. Like if I find my
Facts.
wife tomorrow, I'm marrying her
Right.
the day after. It's like
You
no.
big on love and
Yeah,
relationships.
hell yeah, I'm big on it.
You ain't the guy that's I'm single, I'm out here fucking hoes.
Nah, I'm totally not the person people think I am.
Okay. What you think get him that idea?
That I'm attractive.
Yeah, facts. I get
Yeah,
that
that I'm
bad too.
attractive.
Like everybody think you want hoes and
How you gonna
sleeping
have hoes if all the
around.
hoes think you got hoes?
That's the worst.
I just be
Nah,
like, bro, like A lot of people think dick and pussy. I'd be like, nigga, how could 2 brains is better than 1? 4 ears is better than 2. 4
Man,
eyes. I'm looking for a partner for real.
bro,
Like that's
for
what I'm
real.
on. I'm looking for a partner.
Literally.
Like I ain't gonna lie. Every woman I've talked to, I show them just a different capacity,
Yeah.
and they be lying and say I didn't. Like I don't care what people think. I don't be out here buying bags and stuff. I mean, I'll buy a little bag or something like that.
Bro said
I
he
ain't
definitely
like, but
will do the little
I teach you how to be good with me and without me.
facts. That's
That's what I'm
definitely
going.
me too.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna be a great person with me or
Or
without
without
me.
me,
When you done
exactly.
with me in this
You ain't gonna
situation,
be fucked up. You know what I'm
facts.
saying?
You definitely learn something from this
For,
situation with me.
for sure that.
I like that. Bro, in conclusion, is there anything you want to tell people?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
What you put out is what you get back. That's why when I see old motherfuckers all fucked up and shit like that, I don't be feeling bad for them.
Mm.
Reason why? Because they clearly haven't been putting out good energy and stuff like that. Like literally, it's like what you put out is it creates a magnet, and that's what you start attracting and stuff like that. If you always negative and shit like that, that's what you're going to attract. Like I rarely have like negative situations because that's not where my heart is. You know what I'm saying? So like if somebody giving me a hard time, it's 9 times out of 10 them, or it could be me in a way that they don't like or never been expressed that or whatever they may be
Exposed to for
having a
sure.
problem with. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like that though. But what you put out is what you get back for sure.
Sure. And then, as far as business, if anybody wanted to get a rental car, help with business startup, help with business credit, business funding, how could they get in touch with you?
Says y'all can add me on Instagram at _ALL.THE.smoke. And for the rental car, Stay Lit Whips on Instagram. We trying to build our fleet, so you know we limited, but you know what I'm saying. We getting bigger and bigger every day. Shit, you rock with me at the beginning. Shit, you gonna be rocking with me at the end with that storefront, that big ass sign up there and
Yes.
shit like that. Like how they getting their rental for this? Because they've been rocking with me since
Right.
I started. This is my 3rd time starting the company. Third time starting the company over.
Mm.
You know, and that's something that I didn't have a dream of. I didn't have a passion of doing that. I learned to. So you can learn to like. You can learn to love things and like things. You can learn to. I think I learned to like it because of the money and the relationships, but it's a liability. It's a liability.
And then it's still a service too that you providing for people that a lot of people need. Transportation is really like a necessity for real in the world.
100%.
In Michigan for sure.
If I had 1,000 vehicles, I can have them all rented out.
Facts.
No lie.
I like that.
And it's real good money. But like business, y'all can hit me up on my personal for business credit. I build businesses, rentals. If you got a business idea, if you want to see what your next steps is, bro. I'm not about to be like, oh, give me $250. People tell me I should start charging your asses.
Yeah.
But I don't, bro, shit. Whatever I teach you, you're gonna be able to teach somebody else.
Straight mental health advocate.
For sure that.
Mental health.
How you what your mental health is, that's how your body is gonna be and stuff like that. It's gonna be how you perform too and stuff like that. Your mental health is very big. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really can't be no crash out gang.
Definitely.
Can't be no crash out.
Y'all heard it here first, man. Another episode at the Trap with your boy Trap. Sit down with my dog Trey. Get at him on all the smoke. Again, that's _ALL.THE_
No dots.
Oh.
Just all the smoke. Y'all gonna see it pop up though.
All the smoking is gonna be a light-skinned nigga on there flexing, looking like he got money with your granddaddy back in 1986.
Cause that's how long we've been doing it. It's like,
you niggas know what the fuck going on, man.
No faking.
Y'all tap the fuck in. Go ahead, show him a quick little jump.
What you mean?
Oh, I thought you was about to pull the gram up.
Oh no, I'll pull it up for him. Oh damn.
It's up there.
Move your hand down, son. Yep, there you go.
Damn. And it's just like motherfucking that.
Let's get it. That is hell. I'm about to go meet this girl at the